Movements that heal back pain, part 2. Hey everybody, this is Mike Erlov again, coming at you with another episode of Power Your Life. Now, I got to tell you, we've had a little bit of a break with our videos, and I am so super stoked to be back here with you guys. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and you got to get all kinds of food and fellowship and friendship with all of your friends and family. And I know it's a little bit unusual this year. Families couldn't get together with COVID, but I still hope that everybody had a wonderful and enjoyable Thanksgiving. So, something I want to share with you guys. It was a few weeks ago, and I had recently gotten to the West Omaha Clinic, and I was unpacking my computer bag when I realized all of a sudden that I had forgotten the charging cord for my computer. Now, normally this would really not have been an issue. If I was in one of the Council Bluffs clinics, I would just run home and get it, and get my charging cord, and everything would be fine. But when I go out west, it's a 45 commute from my house to the clinic one way. So really going home and getting my charging cord really wasn't an option. And, so I thought, well, I'll just go and buy a charging cord on Best Buy. I'll just drive down there, until I looked at the cost of the charging cord and realized that it was going to be close to $100. And I was like, I just don't feel like I really want to spend the money on that. And then I looked down on my computer and I realized, I've got about 2 hours of life left on the battery. So this definitely put a monkey wrench into my plans for the day. I kind of had my day all planned out and all of the actions and everything that I was going to be doing. And, I realized, at first I was kind of frustrated and I was a little irritated. I'm like, I can't believe I forgot my charging cord. And you kind of do that self-talk, that you do in your head. I'm sure you guys have done this. I mean, we all do that. You're like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I forgot my charging cord. And the world's coming to an end, that kind of thing. And then you kind of take a step back and you're like, hey, it's going to be fine. It's all going to work out. Your plans that you had for the day, they're just going to have to change. And I looked at the schedule and I realized that the patient load was fairly light that afternoon. And it allowed me the ability to go home a little early and work from my home office. And what happened was, initially what I thought was going to be an unproductive day actually turned out to be an extremely productive afternoon. And I actually ended up finishing quite a few projects that had just been hanging over my head for a while. And at the end of the day, I felt such a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. And this got me thinking. This got me kind of thinking about things. And what it made me realize is that it is just absolutely amazing to me how things often just have a way of working out. It's like when you look at the situation and you think that, all your plans are being thrown out the window and it's just not going to work and you don't know what's going to happen. But I think all too often what many of us try to do is we try too hard to control how our day will go. You see, when that day doesn't fit in alignment with what we had planned, it just creates this anxiety and stress and frustration and irritation at the situation. But if we can just take a step back, and, at the end of the day, at the end of things, we often see that things actually work out for the best. And I think this happens to us more than we realize. We just often fail to see that beauty in God's plan for us for that day or for whatever it is that we're doing. And it makes me realize that none of us really have control of things like we think we do. And the tighter that we try to hold on to that false reality, the more frustrated we become. It's almost like the harder you try, the worse things get. But when you learn to relax and see that what you thought was actually a problem or issue is actually a blessing, and that your attitude at that moment will completely change. It's that kind of a mindset shift that will revolutionize your life. So let's revolutionize your life with our next amazing back healing movement. So as we discussed last time, the movements that heal back pain are the ones that they hit the key muscle groups that contribute to back issues. They work multiple muscle groups at the same time. They prime your nervous system. And these movements, they have to be capable of creating structural change in your body. Now, one of those key muscle groups is your glutes, okay? When it comes to back pain, one of the key muscle groups, let's just say it, it's your butt, all right? Now, there are 3 individual glute muscles, okay? There's the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and the gluteus minimus, all right? All 3 of these muscle groups are important, but the gluteus maximus, this is the muscle, this is the rear glute, okay? So if I stand up here, I'll sit down in a minute, but let's see if Arena can still see me. The gluteus maximus, it's your rear end, okay? It's the butt muscle, all right? Whereas the gluteus medius and minimus, these are the side glutes, okay? So we refer to these as the rear glutes and the side glutes. Now the rear glute, okay, it extends the hip, meaning it brings your leg back, but it also stabilizes your spine through the actions at the hip, all right? Now the side glutes, these are the muscles, I'm going to turn and face you, these are the muscles which keep your pelvis stable when you're walking, all right? So if I stand on one leg, these are the muscles that keep my hips, my pelvis in alignment. If they're not working good, they kind of drop and they don't keep good stability. So when you're walking and running, I'm going to sit back down now. When you're walking and running, the side glutes are critical in lower body stability. Now, I can sit through here like we did last time, and I can show you 1 or 2 movements for each of these muscles. But you're going to end up getting 3 to 6 different movements, okay? That's just going to take you way too much time to do. Instead, I like to be efficient, and that's why we use those multifunctional movements. Now remember, these are movements that engage the body's natural synergies and the nervous system together during the exercise, and they utilize multi-joint and multi-plane sequences, okay? These are simple and easy to do at home, but yet if you do them right, they can be very challenging and extremely effective. So before I show you today's movement, let's review some of the basic principles of multifunctional movements, okay? First of all, never hold your breath during this movement, all right? Always breathe. Number 2, keep your abdominals, keep your midsection engaged during the movement. And you just do this simply by pulling the belly button in towards your spine. Now, never force into your primary pain level, all right? You may get some muscle soreness that can be created from doing the movement, and that is good, but your increase in your primary pain level is not, okay? So if that happens, you need to discontinue that movement. The other is, if you have pain before you start, be conscientious of that pain and don't do anything to aggravate it. A correct movement will decrease the pain, not make it worse. And last, make sure you challenge yourself, okay? Perform the movement to a point where you feel at least 40% challenged, because if you don't do that, you're just not going to gain much from it. So the multifunctional movement that I like that actually hits all 3 of those glute muscles is a movement that we call duck unders, all right? So I'm going to show you how this works. Now, we're going to show you this first without a band, and then I'm going to show you how to do it with a band, okay? So it's really, really basic. So what you're going to do is all you need, we'll come around here, all you need is a door frame, okay? So any door frame will work. And what I like to do is I like just to use a little bit of athletic tape. You can use duct tape, masking tape. You just want to pick a level, and to start out, okay, I like to use a level of the tape that's about your shoulder height, all right? Now, you're going to challenge yourself by putting the tape lower, okay? Much like in a limbo competition, it becomes more difficult the lower you go, all right? The lower you go, the harder this is. But this is an excellent movement because what it's going to do is it's going to strengthen your rear glutes and your side glutes. But also, it is going to work your quadricep muscles too. And if you do it right, it's going to really challenge your cardiovascular system, especially if you work on the speed. But don't worry so much about that speed. I just want you to work on the form at first, all right? So you set that tape up, shoulder height. What you're going to do is you're going to stand right next to it. Now what you're going to do from here is you're going to step under the tape, okay? Think of it like if there was a fence that you were trying to go under, all right? You're going to keep your shoulders square. You're going to keep your body upright, okay? And so what you do is you step under it by stepping to the side, and then you squat and you come under, okay? And then you come back out again, up and under. Again, shoulders stay square, head stays up. Don't do this. This is what not to do, okay? Don't, see how I ducked under, right? Like that. That's not doing anything for you, all right? If you can't get below that by keeping your shoulders square and your head up, then the tape's too low, all right? So again, you're going to step under, or first step across, squat, duck under, come up, reverse it, step out, squat, duck under, come up. Now, when you come up to the top, what I want you to do is I want you to squeeze your glute muscles, okay? So when I come out and I come back up through, top and squeeze. So it looks like this. You go under, squeeze at the top, go under, squeeze at the top, all right? You kind of have to push your hips forward and tighten. Now, you just work on increasing the speed that you're doing that. So you just out, up, out, up, out. And you do that for about 20 seconds. Now, your goal is to really increase that to where you can do it for 40 seconds. 40 seconds on, 40-second rest, then repeat that 3 times through. Now, one of the ways you can make this harder is you can use one of the exercise bands. This is a Synergy band. You can actually buy these on Amazon. But any of those band loops will work really well. And all you're going to do is put this around your legs. Okay. So it goes above the knees, just like that. All right. So now, what this is going to do is it's going to add some side resistance, which will really kick in those side glutes as well as still work my rear glutes. So it looks just like this. You're going to step under and through, squeeze at the top, under, through, squeeze at the top, just back and forth. That side resistance really kicks in those side glutes, really helps you with that stability, which then helps to stabilize the spine. Build up to 40 seconds, okay? And then as it gets easier, you will want to lower your tape, all right? So all you need to do this is a door frame, some tape, and you can do it with or without the band, okay? Very, very easy to do. Not only, as I said, will this work your quads and your glutes, but this will challenge your nervous system and this will help you with your balance as well, all right? You will start to see some results in your improved hip control and stability very quickly with regular use. And your back is going to feel a lot better very quickly as well. So, by the way, I almost forgot, if you need help fixing your back pain, we are now offering our new breakthrough exam for only $49, and you can just set up your session just by going to the link listed below. Now, as always, I really like to leave you with this inspiring and thought-provoking quote from Steve Farrar. And what he said was, "When we look backward, we see that God was in control even when it looked like our lives were out of control." So until next time, power your life and keep moving forward.